I'm Zeke Coughlin, and this is your introduction to the Clockwork. The first thing you'll probably notice about the Clockwork Dominion role-playing game that is different than a lot of other role-playing games you may have played is that we don't use dice. We use cards. Specifically, we use Clockwork cards, which is a deck of 100 unique cards specifically designed for use with our game. Each card has 3 components on it. You'll see the large component in the middle is a number we call the card value. It's used to resolve skill resolution, trait tests, and for the card initiative system. It uses a number between +5 and -5. The next thing that you'll notice is what we call the card number, up here in the corner. It is a unique number between 1 and 100, which means it can break all ties that happen in the game, and also it can be used for percentile values. So if the narrator wants to assign a random chance that something occurs, a card can be drawn as a percent value to show whether that will happen or not. The third component is this thing down here at the bottom. They're called conditions. There are many different conditions in the game. They allow combat options during play that are a little bit more complicated and a little bit more interesting than just damage dealt or wounds received. Conditions allow you to outmaneuver an opponent, or disarm them, or entrap them so they can't leave the current conflict. Lots of different things can be done in conflict with conditions. When a character wants to attempt something within the game, usually that will call for a trait test. And a trait test uses 2 traits, most often an aptitude and a skill. You'll see the aptitudes listed at the top of the character sheet. These represent the 6 core talents of a character. And then you'll see the skills just below them. These represent learned abilities. Once you have 2 traits that make sense for the trait test to occur, the narrator will supply difficulty. And this is a number between 1 and 10 that represents how hard the task is to achieve. The difficulty is subtracted from the trait combination, and then a card is drawn. The card value is added to the sum. The final number is the degree of success. For example, say this character, Abigail, wants to jump a fence. Now the player and the narrator agree that probably that involves a trait combination of grace, which is dexterous movement, and athletics, which is your ability to run and jump and that sort of thing. Her grace is 2, and her athletics is 2, which gives her a trait combination of 4. Due to the fence involved, we'll say the narrator assigns a difficulty of 3. 4 minus 3 is 1, and then she flips a card. In this case, a 3. Added to her 1 makes 4. Abigail's degree of success for jumping the fence is 4. It's a positive number, so she succeeds, and 4 kind of lets the narrator explain to the players how well the task was achieved. 4 is a remarkable success. There are 2 special cards in the deck, the Fate card and the Doom card. The Fate card has a value of +5, and it will resolve trait tests as such. But if an action is fated to succeed, it cannot fail. Even if the math would reduce the DOS to below 0, a fated action will always have a DOS of at least 1. Conversely, the Doom card has a value of -5, but a doomed action can never succeed. Even if the math would raise the DOS to a positive value, a doomed action can never have a DOS of greater than -1. Now, the Doom card, when it's drawn, will also elicit a Pontus event. But that's a topic for another tutorial.